Hi kiddos, welcome back with me Mr. Kasman and Mr. Hakim. Today we are going to discuss Unit 6 Myth and Fables. Who knows what's the difference between myth and fables? Let's see. Myth often have fantasy animals as their main characters. Meanwhile, fables are short stories which are often about animals. Now let's see the examples. The first, Medusa. Okay, people know Medusa for her hair made of snakes and because she could turn men into stone. The legend says that Medusa was a beautiful young girl, but she was also vain and also wanted to look in the mirror and see how beautiful she was. When she met the goddess Athena, the goddess punished her for being vain. She twisted Medusa's hair into terrible snakes and sent her to live with the blind monster at the end of the earth. The second is the abominable snowman. He's about 2 to 3 meters tall and he is hairy. You don't want to run into him at night. He has been a mystery creature of the woods for hundreds of years, and there have been recorded sightings of him all over the world. He sleeps in the day and looks for food at night. The creature is known by many names. You can call it Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and Yeti. He is known as the Yeti or abominable snowman in the Asian mountain range of the Himalayas, but in the American Northwest, he is called Bigfoot and the Sasquatch in Canada. But does he really exist? We haven't known that. The third is Cyclops. In Greek mythology, the Cyclops were huge, one-eyed monsters which like to eat humans. They were locked in the underworld because of their horrible features. The legend says that the Cyclops only had one eye because they gave one away so they could see into the future. Next is the unicorn. Okay, the unicorn is similar to a horse with a wide body and a long spiral horn. Its horn is thought to protect people from poison. In fact, people hunted unicorns because they thought they could protect them from disease. Unicorns are gentle, friendly creatures. Okay, next we've come to the Aspidoscelan. Okay, the Aspidoscelan was a gigantic turtle. You can see from the pictures, were huge tusks that live off the coast of India. Its shell was so big that it was sleeping. It looked like a small island. In fact, one of the first reports of seeing this beast was by Alexander the Great when he was in India. A group of his men went to explore an island looking for treasures of a dead king. The men landed on the island, but 1 hour later it sank into the sea. It was Aspidoscelan. Next, the Kraken. Okay, what is the Kraken? The Kraken is a legendary sea monster which looked like a giant octopus. When it was still, it looked like an island. It was as long as 10 ships, can you imagine that? And as high as the top of the ship's sailing mast. When it attacked a ship, it wrapped its many tentacles around it and it pulled it into the sea and the crew drowned. What is really amazing about these stories is that scientists believe this creature may exist somewhere. Okay, next this is the deadly serpent of Koshi. This was an enormous Japanese serpent with 8 heads and 8 tails. Each head had 2 red eyes. It was so long that its body covered 8 hills and 8 valleys. Trees and grass often grew on its back. It tried to get into the village of Izumo, but a knight cut off the serpent's 8 heads. Okay, kiddos, now we've come to the conjunctions. So I'm going to explain. There are 7 conjunctions here that Mr. Kasman will explain to you. Start from and. What it does, this one, the functions is actually to join or add words. Examples: Peter and John play football. What about or? or to show choice or possibilities. Would you like orange juice or strawberries juice? For example, like that. But shows opposite. She is poor but industrious. So, to show the result, put on your jacket so you don't feel cold. Okay, that is the result. Next, if. Now, if this one, conditional conjunctions examples. If you brush your teeth every day, you probably won't get cavities. Okay, so present tense. When, at the time that, when I get hungry, I will go to a restaurant. Where, in the place that, or in that situation. This is the place where I live. Okay, now we've come to the prefix. What is prefix? So a prefix is placed at the beginning of a word to modify or change its meaning. But suffix will be at the end of the word. But we just have to focus on the prefix on, ear, and this. Example. The grasshopper was very irresponsible because he didn't store food for the winter. So irresponsible here means that not responsible. Second, Math Jumble didn't want the woman to be unkind to the turtles. Unkind means that not kind. The shepherd's boy was dishonest. He lied to the villagers by calling wolf when there wasn't one. So dishonest means that not honest. Okay, here are some examples of the prefix on, ear, and this. So on, you can use the word unfair, unkind, unfriendly, unreliable. For ear, you can use irresponsible, irregular, irrational, and illegal. This, you can use distrust, dishonest, disagree, dislike. Well, next slide, this one about past simple and past continuous. Past continuous and past simple help us to show how two past actions or situations are connected. Past simple shows us that an action was in the past, not in the present, but past continuous shows us that the action was already in progress at a certain time in the past. Example, when Sam arrived, we were having a drink. So you have to look at the key point here is that after when, usually we have to use verb to. So after when arrived, verb to. Okay. Next example. She was making a pizza when I got home from work. So after when, got, verb to. Next example. As he was going away, I helped him pack his case. Now this one, after, as, and after while, you have to use to be plus verb ing. So you have to use was or were plus verb ing. That is we call as past continuous. Example, as he was going away. So after as, was or were plus verb ing, going. So was going. Next, while I was sitting on a sofa, my mobile rang. So after while also the same as after as. To be plus verb ing, was or were plus verb ing, and here the example is was sitting. What were you doing when the alarm clock rang? So after when, look at the sentence after when the alarm clock rang. So after when must be verb to rang. Okay, now we've come to the proverbs. Here are some examples of the proverbs and also the definitions of the proverbs itself. The first, many hands make light work. What does it mean? It means that if we all work together, the work is easier. Second, practice makes perfect. This means that we need to keep trying at things if we want to be good at them. Third, a leopard cannot change its spot. This one means that a person's personality cannot change. Okay, so quite cannot change and will be the same. A trouble shared is a trouble halved. What does it mean? If we talk about our problems to someone else, it makes us feel better. Okay, so we have to share our problems to the other persons. Next, think before you act. This means that think before you are going to do, before you do something. Okay. Next, we've come to the similar meaning. Okay, this one is courageous, the same meaning with brave. Strong, same meaning with tough. frightening, scary, terrible, awful, look around, browse, danger, harm, and sound fast. Okay, this is the last part, which is about rhyming words. You already know that rhyming words means that the same sound. Tell, well, size, eyes, sheep, asleep, and feel, heal. I think that's all for today. This one, all the materials of Unit 6, and I hope that all of you will stay safe and please study this video. See you again next time. Bye bye.